This is Keith Fraser for Seconds Out. I'm here with Kevin Barry, another friendly Kiwi, I might add. The Joseph Parker's, legendary trainer, I would say. You're an Olympic silver medalist yourself, right?
Thank you very much for the introduction. I appreciate that.
Well, of course, it was pointed out to me earlier, and I did forget, and I beg your pardon, that you did beat Evander Holyfield in the '84 Olympics. But this is not about that. We can obviously sing your praises as much as we like, and I'm sure we will do at the end of March 31st. March 31st is a big night for boxing, big night for world boxing, and we discussed it earlier. Anthony Joshua is the big hype in British boxing. Do you think that plays into your boy's hands because he's the underdog and all the pressure is on Anthony Joshua?
Oh, look, for sure. We're a heavy underdog in this fight. The British boxing fans, they love Anthony Joshua. They think he beats everyone. I see it as a lot of pressure on Anthony Joshua. There is massive public expectation for him. The fans believe, because he's had all knockout wins, he's going to go out there and knock out Joseph Parker. A guy who's never been off his feet in his amateur career, in his professional career, and in hundreds and hundreds of rounds of sparring. A guy whose chin is pretty damn good. So it puts, I think, even more pressure on Joshua.
Well, I actually, perhaps from an outsider looking in, think Anthony Joshua was a little bit riled with the constant references to his chin. Because I think it knocks his confidence a little bit. People think, maybe I've been found out. I don't know. He'd have to answer that. But his chin is a big thing. You said it to me earlier. If Joseph Parker on March 31st catches Anthony in the same way that Klitschko did, he'd finish him. What's the difference in that case between the two fighters?
Well, let me tell you this. Joseph Parker is a very, very good finisher. And if he gets you hurt, he's going to get you out of there. And I tell you what, I honestly believe that Vladimir Klitschko, even to today, has nightmares every night that he let Anthony Joshua off the hook when he had him hurt. If Joseph does what I believe he will do, and, he will catch him at some stage. This fight here is a very, very hard fight. Both guys are going to have some dark moments in this fight. But let me tell you this, when Joseph Parker catches Anthony Joshua, and if Joshua has a little dance, I promise you that Joseph Parker will finish the deal.
One thing that I think is great, you've got two world champions here who I think present themselves very well. They're very good role models, they're very friendly, and they speak in the right way. Great role models, I say, for children and for other sports fans out there. Is that something that you've impressed upon Joseph in his career?
I tell you what, there's no substitute for class, and class costs nothing. We've always tried to conduct ourselves in a very professional manner, a very respectful manner. Look, I just want to clear the record. There were things said in the negotiations and the build-up to this fight. There were comments made by Joseph and by our team towards Anthony Joshua and his team. And look, a lot of it was desired to get a reaction, to get an emotional response. It was all part of the promotion of the fight. It was never ever, even though it may have been received this way, it was never ever intended to be disrespectful. When we plan on conducting ourselves very classily in a very professional manner from now to the fight.
I'm just curious to know, as a trainer, what do you see? I know you're not going to tell me what his weaknesses are, but what do you see as Joshua's real strengths as a boxer?
Oh, look, he's a big, strong, powerful guy. He has a very good jab. He has a lot of height and reach on Joseph Parker. And look, if we let Joshua control things with his jab, it's going to be a very difficult fight for Joe. Joshua, we've seen the right uppercut in recent fights. He likes to throw that punch. Look, he's a fighter who is still developing, as is Joseph Parker. Both these guys are by far from the finished product. Parker's been a pro now for 5 years, Joshua 4 years, and here they are in a world unification title fight. Two undefeated young heavyweight world champions. It's unheard of. It's exciting, and that's what makes this fight even more exciting. This is going to be a great fight.
So I get the impression, and again, you're probably not going to tell me, that Joseph's going to try and work his way on the inside as a tactic. I mean, I can see that. He's a smaller guy. He's got I presume, the shorter reach. How he fights on the inside is going to be a key in this fight, right?
Well, Obviously, if we're standing on the outside of Anthony Joshua's jab, it's going to be a hard night. Joseph Parker's got very good hand speed and very good footwork, and that footwork and hand speed can close the distance very quickly.
Well, you've heard it from the man. I think it's going to be a great fight. I really do mean that. I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you for making it happen. Thank you for your time again today, and I wish your boy the best of luck.